The story of Jamie Vardy's rise from non-league to Premier League is well documented, but is the next Jamie Vardy waiting patiently in non-league football for you to sign them? Well, we're going to find out in this video. In a recent video for the manager's seat, I took the best of English non-league footballing talent and put them in the Premier League for a season to see if they could survive. Now, this video got me thinking there are so many former non-league players currently playing in the Premier League that there must be players currently playing outside of England's top 4 divisions that could make it as top league players. When recording that non-league in the Premier League video, there were lots of players that were clearly capable of playing at a much higher level. But in this video, we're going to select 3 of them, all under the age of 24, and we're going to put them through their paces by placing them at a championship club and seeing how they perform across a 46-game season. For our first player, we're selecting Jack Rolls, a central midfielder who came through the Tottenham Academy and was released last season by Crystal Palace. He joined Woking and has just completed his first season in the National League. In our non-league in the Premier League experiment, Rolls made 26 top-flight appearances, scoring 2 goals. Our second selection is going to be another central midfielder, this time 22-year-old Irishman Thomas O'Connor. O'Connor left Burton Albion and has just completed his first season with Wrexham in the National League. Already capped for the Irish under-21 squad, his stamina, natural fitness and work rate make him perfect for the engine room in central midfield. O'Connor was one of the stars of our non-league in the Premier League experiment, making 33 appearances, scoring 2 goals and getting 8 assists. For our final pick, we're going for a real Jamie Vardy in the form of Kabongo Tshimanga from Chesterfield. Tshimanga is an out-and-out finisher with strong composure, decent pace, perfect for the advanced forward role. When we tested him against Premier League defences, Tshimanga scored 13 goals in 35 appearances. He proved himself against the very best defenders, scoring against the likes of Tottenham Hotspur, their North London rivals Arsenal, even scoring a goal against the might of Manchester City. These players are clearly capable of excelling at non-league clubs, but how will they cope when we place them for a season in the Championship? We've moved Jack Rolls to newly promoted Hull City, predicted to finish 19th. Thomas O'Connor will be in the midfield for Preston, predicted to come 14th. And Kabongo Tshimanga will be leading the line for Coventry, who the media predict will finish 15th. So let's see how each of our players got on when making their debuts for their new clubs. Well, it was a low-key start for 2 of our players as they faced each other on the opening day of the season. Thomas O'Connor seemed to be finding his feet for Preston with a 6.6 average rating, and Jack Rolls didn't fare much better as he got a 6.8. But both of them outshone Kabongo Tshimanga, who had a debut to forget, scoring a 6.1 for Coventry. Maybe these players aren't cut out for life at a higher level after all. Let's fast forward to the end of the season and see whether any of them recovered. And the signs are promising, with Coventry finishing just outside the playoffs and both Preston and Hull earning promotion to the Premier League. But how influential a role did our non-league starlets play? Let's start at Hull and Jack Rolls, who now has 7 caps for the Cypriot national team, and in 42 championship appearances he scored 8 goals and provided 9 assists for his teammates. A potential transfer value of £5.6 million is not bad for a player that you could pick up from Woking for under £100,000. And with 1 Player of the Match award and an average rating of 7.07, Rolls is clearly capable of playing championship football. But over at Preston, Thomas O'Connor may have performed even better. A player that would cost you around £200,000 is now valued at up to £4.3 million. His stamina and natural fitness allowed him to appear in all 46 of Preston's promotion-winning campaign, and an average rating of 7.23 was helped by 10 goals and 10 assists from central midfield. And our final player didn't disappoint either. You could pick up Tshimanga for as little as £250,000 plus add-ons, and after 1 season he could be worth £2.1 million. And you give him 42 games in a championship season and he'll reward you with 26 goals and an average rating of 7.02. And it was no surprise when he was named Championship Player of the Month for January. Only one other player in the Championship was able to reach the 20-goal mark, but Tshimanga outscored them by 6 clear goals. But at Preston, Thomas O'Connor had a season to remember as well, finishing in the top 20 players based on average rating. But impressively, he also led the league in terms of chances created. In October, O'Connor was Championship Player of the Month and was runner-up in November and in December. And both O'Connor and Tshimanga were named in the Championship Team of the Year. Amazingly, you could sign all 3 of these non-league talents and still have change for £1 million. But whilst you're at it, if you're hunting for players already competing in the Championship, who might be destined for Champions League football, then you'll love this video next.